Hi, I am very excited today. After a lot of personal debate, I guess you could say, I've decided I'm going to reveal my top secret, most amazing recipe I've ever come out of this crazy little head of mine ever. I'm going to reveal how to make the cashew cilantro pesto. When I was working as a vegan chef, this was probably the one thing I came up with that sold the best of everything else, that people were like, oh my god, heavily addicted to, myself included. So instead of this small little portion of Canada knowing about it, I thought I shall reveal it to the world. So those of you who ever want to make something that will be very unique, very different, that will be a crowd pleaser, this is what to make. By the way, it is raw and vegan, and if you're not raw and vegan and you're whatever, it doesn't matter. All the labels aside, this stuff is good. So what you'll need is 2 cups of raw cashews, 1 lemon, a clove of garlic. Now I've got kind of they grow them big in Canada here. These garlic bulbs are large. I would not use something this big, but again, if you're a garlic lover, I say this to people all the time, if you can handle raw garlic in large amounts, by all means do it. And you'll need, let's see, where were we? Oh, salt. So I've got some sea salt here. And I've got one of these lemoner devices. You don't really need one, but when we go to juice the lemon, I find it makes it easier to get more out. But if you're really strong, or you leave your lemon out at room temperature for a while, it gets easy to squeeze. And then the last thing is a fairly large bunch of fresh cilantro. And just, I mean, usually when you get them, when you go to buy them at a farmer's market or at the store, they usually come in about, this is just the full bunch that I purchased. So that's all you need. And, oh, and some olive oil. And the other gadgets, you need a knife and things. And I have this little mesh filters to keep the seeds out of the lemon when we go to squeeze the lemon. And you'll need a 1/4 cup of olive oil. And I don't know if you're aware, but usually when you buy protein powders, you ever get any of these little plastic measuring devices that are stuck in there? Don't toss them. As you can see, it says 60 cc's on the bottom. 60 cc's, cubic centimeters, is actually equivalent to 1 milliliter. And 60 milliliters is the same thing as 4 tablespoons or 1/4 cup. So I actually keep these little guys laying all over, because if I ever need a 1/4 cup, it's right there. I don't have to go and find my measuring cups. But I just thought I'd throw that little random piece of information out there. So what we're going to do first is take our delicious cashews. Again, I have 2 cups here. Sorry, just checking for quality control. I have 2 cups here, but if you want, or even to jazz it up a little, you can do 1½ cups of cashews and 1/2 cup of macadamia nuts. You don't have to blend them so that they're like completely dead, but blend them down enough so that you get, kind of a powder like this. And then I'm gonna just put that right here off on the side in this bowl. We're gonna save that for later. By the way, this is so easy to make, it's ridiculous. So that's one part. Now the second blending we're gonna do is just gonna have all the other ingredients. So I'm gonna put my entire bunch of cilantro. And what's funny is I started off looking at, this was a long time ago, I was looking at making raw vegan pestos, and all traditional pestos always have basil. I'm not a big fan of basil. I love cilantro. And so I thought, oh, I'm just going to try it with cilantro instead. And most people are like, cashews and cilantro, what are you doing? Trust me, I can't wait for you guys to try this. So put this cilantro, and by the way, with cilantro, you don't have to sit there and pick all the little leaves off. You can blend the stem. There's a lot of flavor in the stem as well. So you're going to put that in your food processor. And what you want to add, don't start blending yet. You got to juice or squeeze out your lemon. So I've got my little mesh here that I am going to squeeze the lemon out with my lemoner, or lemon juicer, or I have no idea what this thing is officially called. I just call it the lemoner. Squeezing. Doing another one. Yes, this pesto I've had much private time with. I really, really like it. It's delicious. Super delicious. So we've got the lemon juiced, and so I'm putting the juice of 1 full lemon in the blender along with the cilantro. And now I'm going to add the little bit of garlic. Again, be cautious. This is raw garlic. It is strong. I'm only going to put in about half. This is a monster bulb, so I'm not putting in that much. I'm going to put in like half the bulb. So put that in there. Save that for something else. And then I'm going to put in 1/4 try to start with, if anything, even less than 1/4 teaspoon. You can always add more, but as you know, you can't take it away. And lastly, I'm going to use my 60 cubic centimeter 1/4 cup freebie measuring cup. I love having these things around the house. Because 1/4 cup, use a 1/4 cup for so many things. Like, ever look at dried grains? 1 serving, 1/4 cup. If you want quinoa, you need to want to make just 1 batch, 1/4 cup. Lentils, 1/4 cup. Almost everything that starts from an original recipe comes in a 1/4 cup. So very helpful. Add my 1/4 cup olive oil. So we've got the cilantro, the salt, the garlic, and the olive oil all in the blender. And the lemon juice is in there as well. So now we're just going to blend that. Now, at this point, you could stop and have just this, because this is a traditional pesto. You got your lemon, you got your olive, you got your salt, your garlic, and your herbs. That is a traditional pesto right there. So I'm kind of giving you 2 things right at once. Oh, I just made a big slimy mess in there now. But now, take your cashews and add them in. And we are pretty much done. And blend. You're going to get a very, very thick, very, very thick, here, let me stop that. You're going to get a very, very thick spread, so to speak. It's going to be very thick. And personally, because we like to use it just almost like a nut butter, if you would like, and you don't want it this thick, add less cashews. That's all you gotta do. If you want to just add a cup of cashews or a cup and a half of cashews, do that instead. But this is what you're gonna get. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. This is seriously, yeah, this is really good. So go ahead and give this a try. Make this, share it with friends. If you have crackers, tortillas, whatever you want to just spread this stuff on, you can put it on your breakfast if you're making like typical like bagel with egg or something. Instead of using cheese, try the cashew cilantro pesto spread goo. Oh, one more thing. Let this sit in the fridge and cure, because as that cilantro and the garlic and the salt all start to marinate together, it tastes even better if you can get it to the fridge. But definitely, day 2, day 3 of this stuff, even better. Okay, let me be by myself with my pesto.